What is up, Evil Dead fans? I'm going to talk real quick about Trick or Treat Studios and a few of the things going on with them. First and foremost, I want to talk about their Kandarian dagger, the Evil Dead 2 Kandarian dagger that they are selling right now. Now, I don't have one in person. I've only seen reviews online, photos, things like that. And my personal thought about it is the sculpt that they did, very, very, very nice. Very, very nice, very in-depth on the sculpt. But is very lacking with the paint. The paint is very, I wouldn't say sloppy, but it's just not perfect. But at the same time, when you're producing multiple numbers in the 400, 500 range, you're going to get what's called assembly line style paint, to where it's like, we got to get these fuckers done and out the door. The bones on there, they're yellowed. They're not quite done right. The teeth aren't done right. As somebody who knows bones and weathered bones, things like that, or aged bones, I would say. Now, when you're doing paint for bones to make it look real, there's a difference. Now, you got to remember the density of the bones. Like, they have teeth on the handle and chicken bones and fake bones that were used from that little body kit that they had. Now, when it comes to the weathering, the teeth have to have some age to them, but not quite as much as the bones have, because the bones are a lot thinner. They have a lot more aging onto it. On the Trick or Treat Studios one thing I noticed is the teeth are really pearly white, and I'm not a fan of that because it loses that realism. But at the same time, you got to remember screen accuracy. So there is two things you got to remember. Now, for me, I'm getting a Kandarian dagger from Ultravec Studios, my friend Roger Allen Baker, as a gift. He's not selling me anything like that, but knowing Roger and a perfectionist that he is, he's going to make it even more accurate than Trick or Treat Studios. I guarantee that. But he's not selling them, anything like that. It's just a gift. He asked me tonight if I wanted to paint it, and I said, fuck yeah, I want to paint it. Now, that's what I want to do. And when I get it, I will talk about it, and I will show you what I'm going to do to paint it. I strive when it comes to weathering to get it as good as possible. I'm going to reference back photos from Evil Dead 2 and also knowing how bones look aged. So I'm going to go over all that at the same time, and I'm super excited about that. So I won't be buying one from Trick or Treat Studios. I'll be getting one, in my personal opinion, that's going to be better. So that's just my opinion. I know what Roger can do. So I'm not putting them down by any means. My opinion, if you should buy Trick or Treat Studios, I always get that it's like a tongue twister. Should you buy one? Now, you got to really think to yourself, do you have any friends who do props that do them very, very well, and or could do paint well? Well, if your answer is no, yes, definitely get one from them, because it is sculpted very, very well. Now, if you can't sculpt and you can paint and weather really, really, really well, get one, and I'd say do a full repaint. Because even on the reviews on it that I've seen online, they've all said the same thing, that it's lacking in the paint department. But like you said, when you're popping out 400 or 500 of those, or in the thousands, you're going to get that assembly line style paint to where it's not perfect. It's got to stay affordable, under budget for them. And it has to look good, so they have to work with what they can use. So it's really kind of up to you for your collection. If you want what's the best one out there for sale, that's the best one. But at the same time, you're going to be lacking in departments, especially the paint department. Okay, so it's really kind of up to you. Personally, I was never going to buy one. I was going to either make one myself or find somebody who could make one and talk to them, either work a trade or a gift kind of thing, because, Tom Sullivan, that's his original sculpt. I didn't want to spend a dime on getting one because to respect him. Now let's talk about Trick or Treat Studios and their Evil Dead 2 Necronomicon. Now, if you've been following it, they pushed the date back to March. Now it's March right now. They sent an email out prior to people who have purchased one and said hey, we're pushing the date back, there's problems in production, things like that. Now, how much of a truth is that? I don't know. I don't know if there's a lawsuit going on. I don't know if it is production. I know they're trying to pump out the best product as possible. I only have one quarrel with that whole book deal. Actually, two. Number one, about 2 or 3 months ago, they were advertising it all over Instagram, Facebook, and everything like that. Okay, cool. I didn't have a problem then. But it's March. They pushed the date back to March. It's been about a year. It's still on the website as a pre-order. Now, what they need to do, if they're having problems still, is to put another email out there and say exactly what's going on, because honestly, it's becoming a bunch of bullshit. And if they're pushing this thing that far back to make it what they said, make it even better, it better be spot on. It better be, because I know I'm getting one because I want to compare that to the one from Evil Dead 2. I want to see the difference in that. I may give it away. I don't know. Because I do plan on sculpting my own at some point, because I know I'm going to have some discrepancies, and I want to make a new one that is to the gosh damn pubic hair accurate. That's the point. That's what I want to do. Just for myself, not selling them or anything like that. So I want to compare it to the one on screen and make one and compare it to that. But that's all I know about the Necronomicon so far that they're doing, but it's disappointing to know that it's been pushed back even further, and it's pushed back to March, which now it is March, and nobody's heard anything about it, and it's still on pre-order on the website. So to recap this short video, I don't know what's going on with the book. I think it's bullshit. I think it's a total bunch of bullshit, and you get their shit together on that. It's it's supposedly very, very accurate. And with Trick or Treat Studios, they're really, really good with accuracy. So we'll see what happens with the dagger. If you want the best that's for sale out there, the most accurate one, they do provide that. But at the same time, you're going to want to get it repainted, because, or just the handle in general. The actual dagger part's not bad, but the handle part, it's lacking with age and color, and it's just, you know, my personal opinion, because the first time I saw it on one review before the guy even talked, I was like, ew, that paint is not good. That's not good. There's no aging in the teeth. There's like the bones are like yellow with just a little bit of brown. Even one guy even mentioned they need more brown wash here and there. You gotta remember, with aging bone, especially chicken bone, you're gonna have darker spots with some yellows, some grays, some browns. Not so much black, unless it's in the small holes at the end of the bone where it meets up with the cartilage. Trust me, I know bones. So there's a lot of different details. Just eat a gosh damn chicken leg and you can see right there, just for instance, bam, right there. And if you think the bones on it should be pearly white, you're wrong. Okay, number one, when you find bones out in the woods or somewhere, like an animal died and it's pearly white, it's because those bones were exposed to elements: rain, wind, water, snow, whatever, sunlight. That's why they're pearly white like that. Or if you get, or if you see like a deer head, just a skull done by a taxidermist, they bleach that. It's bleached. Now, bones that were kept inside of a house, a garage, a castle, away from the elements, it will naturally age with time. That's how it has to look. It has to be properly done that way. Spots that, like if you have an old bone, or like a chicken bone, just take a chicken bone and just sit it down and let it sit for a good month. Don't even touch it. Just sit it on a shelf somewhere. You will see all of a sudden certain spots will get lighter or they'll get darker, things like that. Now, with it being cooked, it's kind of, you know, it's a piece of chicken. It was cooked. So it'll age a little differently because it's had heat put onto it. So, but at the same time, you need to understand that if you're going to do weathering or painting similar to that. So, like I said, I don't know what's going on with the book. It's bullshit. The dagger, if you get it, repaint it. to make it look better. Or have somebody who knows what they're doing repaint it. Until next time, you guys stay groovy.